only history in the making. This is only the beginning, okay? Only the beginning. They're tired.
I thought that was me on the ground screaming for my breath. He's talking about he need to breathe, bro. I walked over there, I'm like, damn, what's going on? Here, I look at the man, bro. He's on the ground, he's screaming for his life. He's trying to breathe, bro.
Immediately after George Floyd was murdered by the Minneapolis police, there was a vigil that next day. The vigil was about maybe thousands of people in the street that started on 38th in Chicago. There was a lot of community rage you could see and feel. Even though COVID was happening, there was a bunch of space in between people, but yet there was moments where everybody was sort of smashed into where the speakers were, and some of the speakers were having difficulties trying to control some of the emotions in the crowd.
We want this man arrested. We want this police officer arrested with his partner, not suspended. Because if anybody out here committed a felony or in this crime, they would be in jail right now. He needs to be in jail right now. So let's go to the police station and make sure we get arrested.
So the vigil ended up marching down 38th Street and up Hiawatha to the 3rd Precinct, where the officers were employed at.
I feel hurt, I feel betrayed, I feel not safe, and honestly, I feel like I'm not wanted in this country at all. Fuck the state, fuck this city, I'm not wanted in this country. I feel underrepresented, I feel fucking pissed off. I feel like I want to fucking burn some shit down right now, and honestly, I don't want to see no police because I know I'm gonna fuck some shit up when I do see them.
George Floyd! George Floyd!
On 32nd Street in Hiawatha, we saw some of the first interactions with police. It was one car with 2 officers in it, and people started to direct their rage against that one car, started to throw things, started to smash on the windows, and that car ended up having to move back out of the intersection. And there was a lot of people who came in the middle of that to try to quell what people were emotionally showing with their actions. Right after that, we heard multiple people saying, you can't police my emotions.
Don't throw nothing.
Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me how to express my rage. Fuck them!
Once people got to the precinct, there was people who surrounded the precinct. There wasn't a police force on the outside, and the police were on the inside, some of them in riot gear, but some of them not. The people immediately had surrounded the precinct. There was people who were guarding the precinct to stop people from smashing windows and from spray painting on the precinct, but that quickly was sort of pushed aside as tons of youth and community members that were really angry and grief-stricken at what they saw the day before. They sort of came and swarmed around the precinct. There was a few windows that were shattered.
There goes the window.
It's kind of tough on it, like, to actually, I've looked at it once, I couldn't watch it again, you know, because of the tragedy, because of what I seen, how horrifying it was, how the power we don't have, like, what we can't really do anything about that because they have the badge, you know?
Gawkers and onlookers was explaining to the police that this guy is dying. The police got more emboldened to inject more pain and inflict more pain. And it's almost like he didn't want to give up the power that he had at the time. You understand what I'm saying, man?
From there, people moved into the back alley, and they took their anger out on a police cruiser, just demolishing it. From there, there was a police parking lot in the precinct. The door got opened somehow, and people then swarmed into the parking lot and started taking out their rage on the police cars, as well as the individuals' cars who worked at the precinct, as that's their parking lot.
piece of that.
When that happened, I immediately knew that that was going to be sort of a tipping point for the police to then react, because they hadn't come out to react yet. They came in full force with a few riot squad vans, with the white vans and the jump out boys, and they came out to sweep the area. They shot a lot of flashbangs and less lethal munitions and a lot of tear gas. When they first came, we were still live streaming. We were sort of stuck where the alley is in the back of the precinct. The police came to sweep that area, and there was a press standing next to us, and that press got batons to the neck. He expressed himself as press, and he was still attacked.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey! Yo! You do not need to do that! No! You do not, he's a press! He's press! He's press! I'm press too! Press! I'm moving!
Spoke to him later, and he felt that he was specifically attacked because he was black.
It was crazy because there were so many police that walked past us, and that one officer that singled me out made a beeline directly at me. And I'm not one to play victim. I'm not one to be like, woe is me, right? But I did feel singled out in that moment. I was the only colored person in that area. I'm not quick to say that by any means, but that's what it felt like to me. I'm just glad that I responded as opposed to reacted, because I was very freaked out.
Then the police tried to take control of the other parking lot. There's two parking lots, one that was locked, one that was open. They then pushed into those parking lots, pushing everybody back to Snelling Avenue near the Arby's, and shot a lot of tear gas. Probably the most tear gas I've ever seen shot in the Minneapolis or St. Paul area during any time in the recent past. Then it started to rain. The drizzle started to happen, but that didn't really stop the people pushing forward and continuing to fight. It was tit for tat. A lot of people on the front lines were putting their hands up. People on the periphery lines were throwing rocks and water bottles at that point, and the police were shooting a lot of less lethals.
There goes more tear gas on that side. More getting shot at the people that were lined up. Heads up, heads up! People are throwing some of the tear gas back. Police are shooting with rubber bullets and marker casings. Tear gas is really thick. Really nobody brought a gas mask that I see.
When the cops get away with murder, you know, and everybody wants to be peaceful, this is about as peaceful as they're gonna get. Now is not the time to run. This is when you stand strong and let them know that we will not take this any longer. We will not take this any longer.
Here goes more getting tossed.
We took enough of this. We didn't care then. We got our foot down now. We tired of this.
See what they do to us? See what they do to us? They macing us for no reason.
If it's war they want, we'll give them war. If they don't want to give us peace, hey, peace killed our brother. Sitting down, not doing shit killed our brother. We not gonna get them back. They gonna get their cars back. They gonna get their building back. They gonna get their shit back. We not getting our brother back. So it's fuck the police to the death of me. That's on my mama.
Some fireworks were shot, and the police were then using less lethals to shoot back at people who they thought were throwing rocks.
We got sons, we got uncles, we got nephews. That's not right. They supposed to provide. They supposed to serve. They don't care. They shrug their shoulders. They don't care. Like, where's our justice? That ain't right. Period.
It was like the battle at Snelling and Lake, where Target carts were used as barricades, as well as the bus station, and at one point even a semi was used as a barricade to stop police from shooting people who were throwing rocks or projectiles. And the police were shooting a lot. I got shot at twice from standing where I was. I was not throwing things. I had specifically, you know, a camera rig in one hand, mic in the other. And one of the times I got shot at was one of the less lethals came right directly towards my head in the bus stop and broke through the bus stop window.
What the f?
And only moments later, maybe a minute or two, is when I got shot in the arm. And I got shot in the arm after a person got shot at with a less lethal. And the glass, it went through the glass of the bus stop, because they shattered the glass of the bus stop by shooting their projectiles through, the police did. And glass then went into the person's eye. I reached down to film it and see if he was okay. And at that point is when I got hit.
Ah!
The rain seemed to quell that night's push for more action, as it started to rain really, really hard. Liquor store across the street from the Minneapolis 3rd Precinct was looted. At the time, people were expropriating what they wanted out of there. There was a moment where the police then came out finally for the first time onto the street from inside of their area, where they had originally sort of been on the sides, and they had set up barricades along the sides at that time too. What we saw there was a few people that were going inside and out of the liquor store, and then we saw the police reaction to that. They sent in a SWAT unit. The SWAT unit came with concussion grenades, threw them into the store, came in like they were clearing the area like an Iraq war zone. We saw very violent arrests at that point as well.
Get on the fucking ground! Get on the ground! Get back! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Yo, what the fuck? Do you see that? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Dude, do you see that?
Why are they punching him? Why are they punching him? The police are punching him in the face multiple times.
Do not kill him, please. Do not kill him.
That was just the first night. Things continued all night that night. People were doing a bunch of different things in a bunch of different manners that led to what we saw the next few days.
Shit not gonna change unless we take a stand here. We don't leave right now or the next hour, even the next hour. We stay here all night if we have to, and we come our asses back tomorrow if we got to. And the next day, and the next day.
Unicorn Riot, frontlines, man, every time, man. Shout out Unicorn Riot for being the real one. I appreciate y'all coming out here taking care of this, baby. I appreciate y'all.
I specifically came out into the field and saw that police were on top and around the precinct, and they were shooting at people. People were building different barricades.
My family fought for this country! So basically, man, military personnel is supposed to be out here to support the people. Who gonna protect us against those that are supposed to protect us? You know what I'm saying? The military. The military is supposed to be out here protecting us, standing front line. Yeah, I got my firearm on me. Yeah, I got a 100-round drum. Yeah, I got the dirty in the pocket. I know what's up. I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm shooting back if they shoot me. If they shoot tall, I'm shooting back. If they got y'all down with their knee in your neck, I'm coming for them.
You can feel it. You could feel it yesterday. You can feel it today. All day it's been like this. Helicopters overhead, shots, tear gas, vandalism from the community. People, that's the only way people are fighting back at this point is property. And property does not equal George Floyd's life, the folks say. And so this is where we are right now. We're here in Minneapolis on Lake Street in Minnehaha.
Don't shoot!
Hands up!
Don't shoot!
Hands up!
Don't shoot!
And they're shooting right where the injured people are. The person is not moving their eyes. Their eyes were wide open and they were not moving them. And the police are shooting more on this side.
They're shooting at people.
Yep, they are. They're moving the...
People who were in the front lines were doing a bunch of nonviolent, like standing with their hands up. They were getting shot and maced.
backstage, brother.
That was making the crowd more enraged. The people in the back then were throwing projectiles. Medics were helping everybody. Medics were also getting attacked.
People just standing there, not even threatening or none of that. Why is that?
Rubber bullet, man. I still got it.
They shot me twice, and I'm a kid. They shot me twice, and I'm a kid. They don't give a fuck about nobody.
See, there's a fucking bullet that destroyed my knee.
They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about none of us.
Fuck the police.
They don't give a fuck.
Stop killing
my man. We've got water bottles, some glass, some water. They've been shooting at us. We've had our hands up. They've been macing us. They've been tear gassing us. They've been throwing flashbangs. They're either murderers or they're fucking protecting murderers.
Reporting live, we in Minneapolis, baby. 651, 612, east side in this bitch.
You know how we coming out here. Talk to us.
When the AutoZone got set up on fire that second day is when the police again came out of the precinct area. They used that opportunity to push the crowd back a few blocks. That then pushed the vandalism further. Every time the police made an incursion on a different area or specifically attacked a different area, it seemed like the crowd then filtered out. People were spreading in different neighborhoods, and also that was pushing the police to not have enough backup or to not have specific opportunity to cover a specific area, and then was distracting them from other things. So all of these things were playing part.
He just threw that up here.
Yeah.
Nobody up here threw anything at him.
Yeah.
So that's what we see continuously.
Yeah?
My name is Julio Rosario.
BTMC.
Cousin of Brian Quinones, BTMC. got killed by the police last September 7th, 2019. It's fucked up what they're doing out here, man. We gotta stand up for our rights and stick with our people, you know? We can't let them do what they do and us not do anything about it. We all gotta stand up and we gotta make a change. We gotta be the change.
I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I can't breathe!
100% 10 toes for George. We are here to support all throughout it. Nobody should have went through that. He had handcuffs on. He had handcuffs on. He did not resist the whole time. I've seen multiple videos. He did not resist, and they still felt the need to kill him. Somebody lost their life, just living their everyday life, literally. Literally, it is sad. And yes, my community is tired. My community is tired. As you can see, that's why we have a riot.
We shouldn't have to come together like this. This is sad, really. You gotta stop doing this to us. We need justice. How does man get killed like this?
He did not deserve to die. I know him personally. He's a good man, man. He don't deserve.
You knew George?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you want to talk about him?
He's a good man. He worked hard for his family. He's a good supporter. He didn't do nothing wrong. He never did. He did nothing but give back to the community and help the community. If anything, he'll give his last dollar for anybody. The cops are wrong for this, man.
The change need to be now, because Donald Trump, Joe Biden, those ain't the answers. So something's gonna pop. It's gonna be a long summer. It's gonna be a thick winter. We going into some seasons. So this is a new norm. Get used to the shit we on here, because we out here. Real shitty.
Yeah. Wow, they just shot somebody in the leg right there.
That's what that is. Commentary right there, my man. They just shot fam in the face with a gas pellet. That's what they on. They don't care about us. That's inhumane. They don't care. This is an inhumane practice. These people, it's a lack of humanity. It's not even about racism. It's not even about capitalism. It's not even about colonialism. It's about a lack of humanity, man. All this shit is a consequence. I feel bad because these is businesses, but this, man, it is what it is. Put your money where your mouth at is. When you come back, when they bust your insurance, let's see what your model look like after that. Every one of these is gonna get recoupable insurance. Every business got insurance on here, so this is capitalism at its finest. These people ain't gonna take no losses. That police department's gonna come back with more officers. Bullshit, what are y'all gonna do though then, though? It's time, though. It ain't about no carry, conceal and carry. It's about what we gonna do with the guises. We have to change. We have to abolish the police. We have to change the narrative, man. We can no longer have a lot of the systems we have, man. I ain't got all the answers, man, but get involved, man.
This is the community out here that you're seeing right now. This is Southside. This is Minneapolis. And, you know, our people are dying every day, so, you know, this is what happens when you keep killing our people. This is what happens, you see here, so this is a warning for the entire world that, you know, you need to stop murdering us. You need to stop murdering our people.
Stay tuned with Unicorn Riot.
Man, fuck the police! Hands up on our knees, they maced me.
Hey, look what they did in my leg, bro. Look what they did in my leg, bro. I'm 16 years old. They shot me, bro. They shot me, bro.
Our hands are up.
You see what's happening?
Until
we get justice, we ain't
Hey, but they not gonna stop me. They not gonna stop shit.
Fuck the fucking police. How about that? George Floyd, you understand? They're dead.
There's an officer actually taking a piss right next to a fuck 12. Wow.
Y'all caused this shit. Y'all caused it. What are you? Y'all back out the fucking broken system that's hurting all of us. Y'all back in that shit.
Whoa. Whoa. He was done. He was done.
Fuck you, bitches! Fuck you, bitches! We still watching!
They beat the mess out of the game. And you see them walking into the precinct.
We gonna fuck up some more shit. Y'all might want to bring y'all piggy asses down here.
police have lost all control. They don't have any control of the situation. They don't have a protest leader to try to tell that they need to keep their shit together.
I feel like the streets, man, is finally taking a step that we need to take, coming together and fighting these motherfuckers that we need to fight, bro. They evil. You feel me?
This bullshit right here, this shit should have been happening a long time ago. So, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Fuck the police, you heard me, and the Boosie best words, you heard?
Corporate stores were lit on fire and looted, with the goods expropriated and brought back to the people who were on the front lines. We saw that with Target, we saw that with Cub.
Listen, I know all this shit is fucked up and they're doing all this shit. Look at the fires, bro. Look at all the fires. But listen, this is what happens when you kill our people. You can't be killing our fucking people.
Rodney
like
King
that.
2.0, they fucked up.
It's fucked up out here, bro. This is where we from, and we destroying our own city. But there's a reason, man. They got us fucked up.
Yeah, RP to everybody that lost their life to the police, man. That's what this whole thing is about, okay? Don't get misconfused, because everybody fucking shit up. We out here for one reason and one reason only, man. Justice, that's it. George, rest in peace, man. We forever got you. Fuck 12, MPDK, you know how we rockin'.
Hoorah! Niggas, y'all on the wrong team. Y'all having fun? Y'all on the wrong team. That's all I gotta say.
It's gonna take bloodshed. We done talking. It's time to act. People are tired of it. You know, we tired of the games. I'm ready to die tonight behind this shit. I don't care. My kids here. I got 5 kids. There's no way they're gonna do that to my kids.
Right here, we're in front of Gandhi Mahal, minority owned. Nothing is wrong with the windows. There's a bookstore across the street. Moon Palace Books. Didn't get touched. Corporate institutions are on fire. The condo, brand new condo installment. Not anymore. It's up in flames. AutoZone is done for. Wendy's is up in flames. We're here in South Minneapolis. This is Niko from Unicorn Riot. This is the community's response to George Floyd being murdered by the Minneapolis police. The police are taking video while they stand by.
A lot of fires are being lit. One of the biggest fires I saw was the apartment complex that was being constructed in front of Aldi. The flames were so hot on that people had to continuously move away.
You see across the way at Target, there's still tons of people out. Still tons of people in front of the precinct. And this is a massive fire, my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's so hot.
People weren't really sad. People were sort of gawking at it like, this was the rage that we are feeling now, please hear us. When I talked to other people on the scene, that's sort of what they were displaying to me in their emotions and their words.
I love watching a condo burn. I'm okay with this.
Hey, we deserve this. We deserve this. It's the least they can do is watch the city burn.
Hey, man. At least it keeps us warm.
Yeah.
The takeaway that I took from it, all these fires that were spread that second night, it seemed like they were specifically from the community and specifically rageful.
Rest in peace, George, man. Rest in peace, George.
Things can be fucking replaced. Things can be replaced. A life can't. George Floyd, Big Floyd was fucking murdered. This is gonna keep happening until something fucking changes. This shit'll be replaced in a fucking year. He's still gonna be gone. Rest in peace.
Man, tell them motherfuckers to quit fucking over niggas, man, and quit playing the motherfucking games, man. We ain't having that shit no more. We've been asking, praying, begging on our hands and knees, and motherfuckers still don't respect us. The man crying for his mama.
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. You know what I'm saying?
I can't breathe.
Motherfuckers, like when they shot Tyrell Nelson in his motherfucking back. You know what I'm saying? Been doing that pussy ass shit, nigga.
Stupid
And motherfuckers is finna play with you now. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta start realizing that it's more than politics. We out here for us. We human beings, you know what I'm saying? Look at this. Look at this shit. You cast around, you see all this shit, man.
Y'all at the wrong places, man. Take this shit up there to Cup Foods. Cup Foods has been extracting money from our community for years. They don't care about black folks. They own the whole fucking block. They are up there monopolizing. They came up there to try to hand out some water like they were doing something for the community. They don't give a fuck about us. They're protecting that store. We're out here burning down this fucking street. Burning down. Where we gonna go grocery shopping in the morning? Where you gonna get your baby Pampers in the morning? Y'all doing the wrong thing. I just had to go knock and bang at people's door down at a fucking Foot Locker because they burning Foot Locker down and there's people upstairs.
It's terrible. Seriously, it's sad, man. It's really sad, man. At the end of the day, you know, we lost a brother and we lost the whole neighborhood. This is replaceable. All this is replaceable, you know what I'm saying? The life, when you take life, you can't replace it, you know what I'm saying?
I've never in my life seen no shit or thought I would ever see some shit like this. First of all, this is like the Rodney King riots. This is history we're witnessing right now. We got coronavirus, we surviving, big punk ass Donald Trump, and a fucking riot in 2020, all of that? What? You can't tell me 2020 ain't been one of the craziest years that you've ever experienced in your fucking life, right?
The civil unrest is a long time coming, and I never thought I'd see it, you know. Minneapolis is a very nice place, it's multicultural, it's progressive, you know, and even the rioting, they're polite rioting. And, you know, this is a polite riot. I mean, this is my first riot, you know, but...
We're showing our anger finally without going to social media about
what else are we supposed to do? Like, I feel like we've already tried, like, the peaceful way and, like, what else do you guys want us to do?
How does this feel as a youth coming out here seeing this?
It's real messed up, bro, because it hurts. And for me being 20 years old, having a kid, being in the streets, getting shot, etc., and coming to see this still happening as before I was even born, and actually witnessing the stories that they were used to tell us as youth, and it's still accelerating. It's not dying down. It's not doing none of that. It's still accelerating the world.
It's as if the stories are coming
I feel
to
like
life.
this needs to be because America ain't woken up yet. This needs to be a wake-up call, and I hope it is, truthfully. I hope it is.
Floyd was not, should have never happened. There was too many officers on that scene, even the dispatchers and everybody that can hear it on the radios. I mean, it's a shame. What happened to that man, I mean, come on. The bottom line is if it was a chain of command from the top down, they all should step down.
I'm sort of guessing the shots were fired at the precinct.
Yo, come on.
I could be wrong. There was a ton of shots fired. People have hit the deck over here. I mean, shots over here isn't super uncommon. Like in the middle of an uprising, shots were being shot in the air all throughout Target continuously. There's a bunch of tear gas up here. Another one was thrown. The officers are definitely ducking. They're running when they move. They're really all ducking. The police are under siege in Minneapolis. There's no other way to say it. Their department has been under siege for 2 days. Their precinct, I should say. They're done with the tear gas for the night. He just said, give us a reason.
Is that what you're asking for? Oh, shit. You're asking for it? You're asking for a reason to shoot a citizen? You fucking coward!
Motherfuckers about to get in your ass, nigga. We tired of getting on our knees praying and turning the other cheek, nigga. And fuck that.
Hey, we want justice. We don't want peace. I peace yours.
Unicorn Riot, you're doing the good shit here. Thank you.
Support Unicorn Riot. We have been doing good work for years, but especially right now, it's critical. You're not getting independent journalism anywhere else like this. So support Unicorn Riot.
I love Unicorn Riot. I hope people watching this donate money.
You already know Unicorn Riot.
Front lines, man, every time, man.
A special shout out to all of Unicorn Riot. Make sure you support Unicorn Riot.
Unicorn Riot has been a part of our own personal sense of safety and wellness by being present on the ground and capturing what's happening around us. Please support Unicorn Riot.
I appreciate Unicorn Riot for all the work you do. Independent media has really been on the front lines, and we need now every city and every community across this country to support independent media that are not beholden by corporations.
The people we need to get it to is Unicorn Riot. They're gonna put it out raw.
You should have went and locked your boy up. You should have locked him up. You should have locked him up. Why you didn't lock him up? Why you didn't lock him up? If you fire him, you know he should be in jail. You know that. You know that. Y'all know you don't train nobody like that, man.
What I witnessed third day and the third night was people that were continuing their sort of besiegement of the precinct. It never let up. From the first 2-3 days, it never let up. When I went home, there was people still in the streets. There was still people surrounding the precinct.
Damn.
You fucking little bitch! Unicorn out here again. The precinct's on fire tonight. The people ain't gonna go for it, man. We done. We wanted to try to bring the peace. We ain't being peaceful, man.
Honestly, I really think the system is really just built against black people, man. Like this. Like, because you don't really see them doing this shit to white people all the time. This shit's crazy.
The police never communicated with any of the crowd. They never gave dispersal orders to any of the crowd. The police just fired on the crowd.
All right, they're just getting pepper sprayed. You see their barricades are like tore down. People almost managed to breach the 3rd precinct earlier. Ah, shit. The police The spatial situation of the 3rd precinct lays out in a way where there's huge parking lots, and those huge parking lots ended up becoming like communication zones. It looks like they have a medical tent up there. They have some supplies. They have a lot going on up here. The community is looking out for itself up here. The community is helping itself in every which way. It's amazing to see. Wow, the lasers totally stopped this police from firing. And then the other officer was like, no, stop. Look at the people with the laser. Those lasers are very effective on these shooters. I've seen multiple times different lasers get shown at a shooter and they've stopped shooting because they lose their sight. That's tear gas, that first one. They're putting buckets and cones on it. Shit. This is a genuine uprising. This is thousands of people. It's like the whole parking lot. There's fires in it, there's parties in it, there's people seeking justice. There's hundreds of people out here on these streets. There's thousands back here. God damn. All these tear gas are being shot because of people that have sort of breached the side a little bit.
I want everybody to be safe out here. Make sure y'all are protected. Y'all got masks, goggles, because it's getting real out here.
Prosecuting those 4 officers, that's justice to me right now. Right. Yeah, hopefully that happens pretty quick. Hey, Mayor Fry, take a word, man. We hurting out here.
You know, there's a lot of hurt, there's a lot of destruction, there's a lot of anger in the air, you know, and you can definitely feel it. It's unfortunate that it had to come to this. But, you know, when you have injustice taking place on this, you know, the scale that it is, it's about time, you know, it's just a matter of time before this explodes and, you know, the powder keg gets ignited, so.
We have gone down to Target area and we're interviewing people. One of them specifically was saying, as some fires were burning, that they were hoping, as they were a Southside resident their whole life, they were hoping that that wasn't in vain. They had told us a story about how forest fires will be created, but then it's a beautiful new growth that happens after them. They compared that to what they hoped they saw after this.
If properties and things have to burn down for new things to rebuild, then that's what it is. And it's sad because right now people don't have a job to go to. People don't have access to groceries. People don't have access to the normal things that they would go and buy at these stores. I went to MTS. This is MTS right here. Fucked up. Them kids cannot go to school. I went to that fucking school. But you know what? Things have to happen sometimes for change. Sometimes it has to get worse before it gets better. This is history. None of us has seen this in our lifetime. And we're gonna remember this for the rest of our lives, and I hope to God that my city doesn't burn in vain.
It was actually an incredible interview that then led into maybe about 20 minutes later, me actually realizing that the police had left from the 3rd precinct. What we saw in the videos of them leaving was the police leaving really abruptly and quickly in some transport vehicles and shooting a lot of maybe their less lethals that they had at that spot back at the crowd as they left.
What's up?
Well, everybody was chanting and everything like that, and all of a sudden I can see the cops going into their vehicles and stuff like that, and the next thing I know, everybody is just chasing after them.
Immediately after that, the crowd filed in to the whole area around the precinct.
This is the precinct right here, the people that breached. People are breaking all the windows. People are in the parking lot area, burning the spy cams. I think people that breached into the precinct. Wow. Wow. People breached the precinct.
There was a lot of different thoughts as to when people were starting to go into the precinct. What smoke was coming out? Was it tear gas? Was it the police shooting at people? Were they inside still? So it was really tense moments out there. We ended up going into the precinct. Before we went in, we saw people coming out with like riot shields, with a riot helmet specifically. People that came out with belts, with handcuffs on them. Once we got into the precinct, we noticed that there was a few moments where people were like running out and they thought it was tear gas that was getting shot in, but it wasn't. It was just smoke because people were setting fires to a whole bunch of different rooms.
This is the 3rd precinct. There's a fire started. And the sprinklers are coming on in that room. This is the 3rd precinct right here. It has got ran through. Fires are starting in multiple rooms. The 3rd precinct. the precinct where the officers were employed. Again, this is for George Floyd, murdered by Minneapolis police officers from the 3rd precinct. This is what they were drinking on their breaks. It's like bullets burning up.
When we went in there the first time, we think that there was a pack of like bullets that was on fire because I heard the bullets pow, 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 pow as they were exploding. That's when I scurried out.
There's 2 rooms in there already set on fire. People are going in to set more on fire. The 3rd precinct in Minneapolis is about to be lit on fire. The rage is palpable and physically seen and felt. People are now going through some of the equipment that they're finding.
You saw a lot of people who were actually very joyous. Ton of youth. I didn't really see many elders there at all. Tons of youth and a lot of people claiming they're from the South Side, claiming that this is how South Side does it.
Yes, sir! Yes,
A lot of people just continually saying fuck 12 and fuck the police and this is what they get and burn it all to the ground. And those were some of the similar things that we continue to hear. We ended up going back in there a little bit later and saw a little bit more of the damage, and it was just a ton of water on the ground just flooding out. People were on the 2nd, 3rd floors, people were in the basement, and by the time we got in there, like I said, there was tons of fires already set. But the sprinkler system was incredible, and so the sprinkler system was setting out every fire that was getting lit. People were continually trying and trying and trying.
Upstairs.
People that came out with a Minneapolis police jacket and burnt that on the side of the parking lot. And so people were joyous when that was burning. It was very interesting at that moment where I was filming. You could see Target in the background. You could see fireworks being lit off as people were celebrating the precinct being taken down. And people were burning a Minneapolis Police Department jacket right there. And so people were cheering that on.
Looks like that is a Minneapolis police officer's shirt, jacket.
Let's go! Yeah! Fuck 12! Yeah! Let's go!
We serious out here. We mad as hell. And this shit ain't gonna stop. Motherfuckers gonna be out here all night and in the morning. And I'm gonna be here with them. So it ain't stopping. They gonna have to stop us though.
Talk about how it is to be a youth right now. Seeing all these people that are also youth as well.
Shit, we all just coming together and doing what we supposed to do. They hurt dudes, so we gotta do this. We gotta show them we ain't going for that no more. You know what I'm saying?
This is what democracy looks like, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens when you get fed up with the fucking democracy that we've been given. ACAB, all cops are fucking bastards.
Buildings will get rebuilt. You cannot rebuild a dead life.
Once people got into the precinct, you saw a lot of people celebrating that part of the uprising at that moment. There was a bunch of youth out there that were continuing to talk about why they were there, what that meant to them, what it meant to see the 3rd precinct burn in front of their eyes.
More
of us than them. That's what you need to understand. The people need to understand that. The people have won. There's more of us than there will ever be of them.
Nigga, we burning this bitch down, nigga. I grew up around here, nigga. Fuck this building. Fuck this building, nigga. I used to come get tacos around this bitch, nigga. Fuck them tacos, nigga. Fuck that shit. Fuck it all. The people is pissed. We sick of this shit. We don't give a fuck no more. Y'all want to live comfortably? Fuck you. It ain't like that no more. Nigga, we hate it. We'll come to you. Fuck you. We everywhere. We'll take this motherfucker down. Fuck y'all niggas.
Regardless of your position and your power, like if you murder somebody, you should go to jail for it just like anybody else. There should be no questions. There shouldn't be no surrounding your house and protecting your feelings. No, fuck you. It's fuck us, fuck you. You got your knee in my neck, you gonna watch me die? Fuck you.
This shit been going on for 400 years. This shit been going on since the 50s, 60s, 70s. My daddies, my grandfathers, and everybody else. I got kids out here. I got 2 boys. You can't keep doing this shit. We can't keep doing people protests. You just can't keep doing the same thing and get the same results. Shit gotta change some way, somehow. And if it gotta come to that shit, it is what it is.
What you see on flames is 2 surveillance cameras that the police have put up in their parking lot. This is from where they were shooting at people for the last few days.
I'm trying to get justice for my brother. We're tired of being sick and tired. We're tired of being sick and tired. No justice, no peace. The person y'all killed, that was my homeboy, man. The shit fucked up right now, man. We want justice, man. That's all we want is justice. He was a cool dude. I always said love you to everybody, love anybody in the world, didn't care who you was.
How you feeling about the response to your friend being killed?
They should have just arrested the officer. That's just need to be.
I know the man that got killed, man. He was a good guy. He ain't bother nobody, man. He just went to work, took care of his family, all that, man.
What is your best memory of him?
Yeah, you know, he used to come to the gig, man, and ask me, you know what I'm saying, hook him up with meals, and he'd hit me back later. That was just racist, man, period. Point blank, man.
George was my people. That was a family friend. I known him for years. You see all this violence? It's because of pain. I loved him with all my heart, I'm not gonna lie to you. So it's fucking me up.
Fuck all them fuck ass niggas, man. Fuck them cops. Tell them cops come outside, we outside. Outside, we outside.
It seemed like the people on the ground those first few days weren't really down for even the reform. They were really sort of down for a new way. And to me, it was one of those situations where it was uncontrolled. The protest wasn't a protest, it was an uprising. And that uprising was organic, and it was created by the rage felt against systems of oppression for hundreds of years.
This ain't decades of oppression, this is centuries of oppression. Since they took the first slave off the fucking coast of Africa, this has been oppression. This is the country built by white men for white men. They let us shit on us, but at the end of the day, if it wasn't for us, this country wouldn't be shit. It wouldn't be no motherfucking America. This country was built on the back of slavery, man. Police is built on the foundation of racism, man. The motherfucking police were meant to capture motherfucking slaves who escaped the plantation, bro.
This goes back to the roots.
Exactly. This goes back to the roots,
the very foundation of our society is built upon
And what
this.
happened? Hold on, wait. What happened? What happened when they abolished slavery? Oh, next thing you know, we got the Jim Crow laws, man. You can't even loiter without them motherfuckers putting you on the plantation for the rest of your life, man. Come on, dog. It's systematic oppression, dog. And slavery in a whole nother form, dog.
This is what happens when you murder niggas. This is what happens when niggas want their city back. This is it, right? Like, this is the start of revolutions right here. This is government property. They need to burn all of it. All of it needs to be burned. The system ain't right. It ain't working. We need a new one. And this is how you get a new one. This is how niggas revolt. This is angry. And we've been angry for a real long time. So, this is it. Let niggas burn the rest of this city down until justice comes, and it ain't gonna come easy. And we didn't bled enough for this city. We didn't bled enough for this country. Let's go. Burn all of it.
We could have more fires, yeah. I'm thinking Fort Snelling next. Even in the most topical forms of American mythology,
We have plenty of structures that need burning. It's easy work. It ain't nothing to us. We built this country and we will burn it down. This is for my ancestors, and this is for everyone in Minnesota. This is for everyone who claims to be an American and have the right to express ourselves freely. If you truly believe in freedom, then you have no problem aligning yourselves with us right now.
We're here right now in Minneapolis. We're at the precinct right now where people are expressing their anger. They're expressing their frustration about what's going on here in Minneapolis. The police department is getting away with murder. So when they do that, this is what the kind of stuff happens.
What do you want? Justice! What do you want it now? What do you want? Justice! What do you want it now? What do you want? Justice! What do you want it now?
As a black man, you know, I have mixed emotions. I believe in nonviolence, but at the same time, how far has that gotten us in this nation? For 300 plus years, I've seen just hatred and hatred and hatred, and just watching an innocent man get killed when it could have been me over a bad check or a forged anything, you know, it made me cry. What am I supposed to do as a black man when I'm helpless like that? What are we supposed to do? And to see all these people of all races to come out and support people that they don't even know, a stranger that became a martyr for this city is beautiful. And sometimes you gotta burn shit down to rebuild, you know? I guess I don't even know. There's so many mixed emotions going on right now. Sadness is one of them, anger, you know, happiness too, because just like people are together. We didn't break, you know, we're here together and we're here to do something. What will happen? I don't know, but all I know is that a revolution is coming, and it starts with the people. It starts with our generation. It starts with people doing shit and being here and not just talking about it, but taking action.
This is a great time to be alive. Like, every generation always had their big protests, and this is ours. So it was just like I could not miss it. Got a babysitter and put my babies away and came out here to be a part of the movement. Like, this is impactful, this is powerful, this means something. Like, hear us. You don't want to listen to us, you don't want to respect us, you want to kill us, now fear us. Feel us. We out here.
It's fucked up to see this shit. They're destroying the city, but sometimes that's what we got to do in order to make progress. We all witnessed that man get murdered, and we want justice. We're tired of waiting. We won't sit around anymore. The city's pissed off, and we're going to show it. And this is the result, unfortunately. We tried doing the peaceful march. We tried putting our hands up. We tried doing everything you fucking wanted. We were compliant, and we're still getting murdered.
We don't get fucking heard if we don't do what the fuck we're doing now. And this shit is sad though. What they doing, that's what they doing there. I'ma stand right behind my fucking people though.
You see nothing but unity. It's us versus them. It don't matter the race, it don't matter the color. Everybody's on one side, you know.
Minneapolis.
After all this, I hope everybody comes together and they remember this as a moment of unity. A moment where we can all come together and fight the same fight, you know. There's no problems between anybody out here. Everybody coming as one. And I mean, they took over the cop shop, you know. That's the biggest gang in the world, police. And they still couldn't beat unity. They called, you know, the National Guard in, 200 state troopers in. They still couldn't stop the people. The people are speaking right now. This is how they're speaking. It's unfortunate, you know, it has to come to this, but we sick of being targets, and that's what we are every day.
Hey, fuck 12, man. We out here.
Fuck the
We
police.
doing this shit for George, man. You know what the fuck going on. We not stopping. We taking this shit over, man.
We the people, man.
We need this shit back, man. Y'all been holding us down for too long as black and Native American people, man. We need our land back.
Black power, man.
Black power, Native lives matter, man.
You know, Native Americans and black people have been getting it the worst in America.
Hell yeah.
You know, our people have been enslaved, we've been abused, we've been raped, we've been murdered. America needs to wake up and stop the racism.
Blacks and Browns united, bro. What the fuck? You saw America.
You see, when we all come together, blacks, whites, Mexicans, Native Americans, Chinese, with everybody, we come together, this is what happened. It's about time. This shit we gonna be able to tell our grandkids, like, yo, we burnt this shit down. They gotta feel us. All that protesting, marching, Martin Luther King bullshit, that shit is dead. Now we gotta feel us now. They gotta feel us now, period. Look at all this, look at this. Once in a lifetime shit, man. We burnt down a police station. We ran the police off. The police was up here, we ran them off. It's about time, man. Everybody stand up, man. We here, man. Minneapolis 2020. This shit is in history. We gonna make history books with this shit, man. Period.
and don't fight each other. This is us versus them.
We all gotta be together. We can't be fighting against each other, peaceful protest or rioting. We all have to stick together no matter what, and we all gotta love each other. That's period.
Look, with all this mayhem going on, there's peace among the people. They're not fighting each other. We are here together.
This is history in the making. The whole world is watching. This is not just for our city, okay? This is for change everywhere. I just want this to be known not by its violence, but by the meaning behind it. This is for George Floyd and for everyone treated incorrectly by the police officers everywhere.
Fuck 12. Fuck any person with a badge, bro. Man, fuck authority, bro.
Leaders of Minneapolis, you are watching this right now. This is happening. You need to help us. We are a voice and you need to help us.
That is a USPS truck or van, I should say. But it's not.
Fuck you, bitch ass police.
Fuck the police, alright? This is what happens when you fuck with us.
He's gonna run the USPS truck, which has been stolen, into the barricades. USPS is a building right up the street. That's the United States Postal Service. You see the two USPS trucks getting burnt up.
Peace, love, unity, respect. If we had that around the world, this shit wouldn't be happening.
Hey, and to the cop that shot me, put 8 staples in the back of my head yesterday.
Can you see that on the film?
Can you see it?
Yeah, you got stitches up in there.
Wow. Yeah, put 8 staples in there.
What happened?
So I was walking away, and next thing I know, I blacked out. Some bitch ass cop shot me. Hey, but tell me why I came back the same day out of the hospital.
I was taking a tear gas canister and trying to put it in some water, and the second that I touched the canister, I got 1 round to the arm, 2 to the face, and 1 that rizzed past my eyes. So, but I'm good. I'm gonna get some stitches tonight, but just fortunate to be good and fortunate to be out with all these people.
These bullies with guns trying to save the 3rd precinct. 3rd precinct gone. Sin don't live there no more. The murderous killers don't live there no more. The sin is gone.
This is basically the front lines. Minnehaha and Lee Street. Woo! That was a firework. This is the precinct. This is Minneapolis precinct. This is the 3rd precinct. We've already talked about it consistently. This is where the police are housed. This is who was employing Derek Chauvin, one of the murderers, the murderer of George Floyd. Derek Chauvin had already killed one other person, Wayne Reyes, and already shot 2 or 3 others and had been involved in other shootings. We spoke to a person earlier. His name was Daniel Davenport. He's the chairman of National Equal Justice Association, I believe, of Georgia. And he said studies have shown if a police officer has killed 1 person, they will likely kill again.
Most of the killings come from people that kill twice, right? If you kill once, you're gonna kill again as a police officer. As soon as they tell me that the same cop that murdered him killed somebody else, we in Oakland looking at data like that. The data show you likely to kill somebody, so it's just sad that we come here, we already knew this.
People don't realize the cities, the structures themselves are often afraid of the police departments because they're powerful, you know. It's not, the police force came out of slave catching, and a lot of the Venn diagram between the early Klan and the police force were the same. You know, they had a crossover. And it attracts, obviously, people with authoritarian personalities, and Stanford Prison Experiment, and, you know, all of those things.
I was a previous law enforcement officer. Everything did was against fucking protocol, and it's all bullshit, dude. This is nothing different than the Rodney King riots.
They went through training. They don't know you will put nobody's knee on nobody like that, but they think people ain't gonna call them out.
If it was me, if it was you, we'd be in a cell. We'd be in a cell right now. And we ain't going for this bullshit.
He's 100 cops guarding his fucking home right now.
We ain't going no more. Power to the people.
It's blatant racism at this point, I feel like, and so people are just done with it. People are just fed up. Especially here in the city of Minneapolis. People talk about like Minnesota nice, but like low key, like that shit don't really exist.
Cosby, like, they be horrible out here, man.
Now, we want to talk about white supremacy here for a moment, folks. Our police union president is an ex-quote-unquote white supremacist motorcycle fucking gang president, and that's a fucking fact. He's an ex-white supremacist. How do you have an ex-white supremacist in charge of all these police? You don't think there's police gangs out there that are full of white nationals? You need to start waking up.
More barricades coming in. This is a street light. The bus shelter is getting tore up right now.
This needs to happen, and I hope that the police and the state decide to do something finally, once and for all.
More street lights going out up here.
This stuff has had to happen. I may not condone everything that's going on, but it's all for the greater good at the end of the day.
This is really amazing. We've never seen anything like this. There's so many people out here. There's so many young people out here. We are fed up, and this has been years and years and centuries of hatred and evil.
How you feeling?
Fuck the police. That's how I feel. Period. Fuck the police. That's why they got burnt the flag down. That's why they're not there no more.
You want to talk about what it is to be a youth right now and seeing all this with a bunch of youth out here?
This is history. This is history, Father. This is history.
It's some real shit. It's been some real shit. Y'all took it as a joke. Nigga, who playing now? Who laughing now? Key, not me, nigga. What's up?
We are literally posted at the police station exactly where they were standing. We are taking a stand. You know, I might not approve of the violence, but I will stand for my people tonight. I am standing for my people tonight. We are hurting. This is years and years of hurt. This is not just about George, and I can feel that. This is not about George anymore. This is the hurt. This is the pain. This is the people that we have lost. This is all of that. We are tired.
I've been beat up by those same cops, man. They have fucked us up for too fucking long, man. It's not right. It's so fucking great seeing our whole community come out here and fuck shit up like this. If they never would have done this shit, none of this would never have fucking happened.
This is how the young people do it. I have to respect that, and they have to get their attention, and they're very aggressive, and I got to give them their props. I'm not disappointed. You got to do what you got to do. So new times, new way of doing things.
I went downtown, right? I saw all the cops. They're gone. They're all downtown. Their cars are all broken and shit. They're gone. They're not around here.
Oh, fuck, man.
You just walk right in there.
I know, man.
He said he didn't want to say nothing. Walk right in.
But like, it's a hard time. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And I appreciate people standing for justice in this city. It's been a hard time. We're grieving. You can't blame people for how they react to what you do to them. And I just pray blessings on us, man, that we get through this hard time and that justice is found.
The National Guard was called in that night. They were specifically on the streets. We didn't see them until they were helping firefighters attempt to put out fires near the Little Caesars off of Hiawatha and Lake, and that was after the precinct burned.
Here's our first look at the National Guard. They've shut down this whole street right here.
We ran into also Kim Handy Jones, who lost her son to St. Paul Police in 2017. We talked to Kim, sort of cap her on that day, because what Kim has said as somebody who lost a son was very important, in my opinion, to realize where the family members then come from. As George Floyd's family is then probably feeling the third day, just all this distraughtness and grief and anger, and she was still feeling that from years ago. And so she brought that into our conversation and sort of brought it all back to the point of property damage is something that can be fixed, but George's life couldn't be replaced.
But this is not about looting as they want to try to deflect it. Keep George Floyd in the forefront of your mind. I, as a black woman who's lost a son, know that mortar and brick is not more important than the life. These officers, they have no regard for human life. They think they're the judge, the jury, and the executioner. We can't keep burying our kids. All we try to do is live. All we want to do is see our kids live. We want to see their full potential in life. We don't get to see that our kids are being sniped from us at every age.
Black people dying every day. We don't even got enough civil rights leaders to respond to all this stuff all over. It's just pain, man. This original sin is racism. Like, yo, I appreciate everybody. Like, when we start calling each other out, when we stop this blue shield stuff, when we stop that and we call it out, our nation gonna be better. Like, look at this, man. All this is embarrassing. This is messing up the economy. But when you back people on the wall, they try to make a point. They trying to say, yo, we don't like dying. Because at the end of the day, Floyd could have been me. You know what I mean? It could have been you. It could have been you. It could have been you.
George Floyd. Remember his name. Real shit.
George Floyd! What's his name? George Floyd! What's his name? George Floyd! What's his name?
I'm over here smiling, and it might not be the time to smile, but I am smiling because I feel the love. There's so much love, but there's so much hurt at the same time, and we all are feeling this pain together, and together we can all make this change. We just can't back down. We are one now, and I'm sorry that it took so long. I'm sorry that it took George for this to happen, but we are one now, and we are not backing down. We are one forever, and after this is over, I pray that you guys will keep this same energy. This needs to continue going on. They cannot break us, you guys. If we unite, as you can see, they cannot break us!
Unicorn Riot, frontlines, man, every time, man. Shout out Unicorn Riot for being the real one. I appreciate y'all coming out here and taking care of this, baby. I appreciate y'all.
There's barricades that the people have brought into the street. You see I can't breathe on this side and abolish the police. It's another one of the thoughts, not even reform, just abolish them. You see a crowd moving by it. They're walking towards the 3rd precinct. Hello everybody, welcome. This is Niko from Unicorn Riot. The precinct that was besieged last night. This is the charred remains of the precinct. It's still standing. Here's a dispersal order. Right now there's supposed to be a curfew going on at 8 p.m. I think.
Lawful behavior and disperse peaceably from the area immediately. If you continue to obstruct, resist, and/or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota state statute, and you will be arrested.
That was sort of the beginning of the curfew. That was the beginning of the National Guard being on the street.
There you go. There's a bunch of dispersals. Woo! Or a bunch of projectiles being shot by the police at the community. The community is probably still a few hundred yards away. People have the cones ready for the tear gas. Oof. There we go.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Looks like somebody's getting medical attention over here. You got a line of riot cops in front of you shooting tear gas at you. How you feeling with that?
Proud to stand for my people, for everything, for my family. This is it, baby. This is it.
I heard that Derek Chauvin actually got arrested and charged with 3rd-degree murder and manslaughter. How do you feel about that?
3rd degree? We're having a 1st and 2nd-degree murder. Where's the justice? Fuck 3rd-degree murder.
I came all the way from LA because I've been through this before, you know? I was in the 92 riots. And we got to stand together no matter what, even in the fear of death. Give me liberty or give me death. I can't see.
There's people on the other side of Hiawatha Lake, it looks like, too. And they're also getting tear gas. Anybody getting close is getting popped with marker rounds and tear gas. Oh, this person in front of me just got hit.
Tear gas can't stop us. Tear gas can't stop us.
Look at all those projectiles, less lethal and tear gas that the police shot. Yep, it looks like the police are retreating back. They shot at him. And there it goes. Oh shit. People have been out in the street basically for the last 4 days. It's been no stop. It's been no calm. Police were shooting marker rounds and then they were throwing tear gas. Yeah, that unit just left. In that truck back there on the right, they just left. Yellow smoke from defense to come. After the 3rd precinct was taken over, there was a huge march the next day to go to the 5th precinct.
Justice for George. We hear you, boy. We hear you crying out. I hear you. Justice. Fuck the police!
No justice, no peace. If there is no justice, there will be no peace.
It helps with your eyes for the tear gas.
This is amazing. This is really just organic. People are really intelligent now and they know how to educate themselves. And so they just know what to do. We don't need a leader. Everybody is a leader now. Maybe this is a revolution that will change the last several hundred years of history in this country. But perhaps it's just another wave that is leading up to that revolution. And we just have to keep going and stay in our hearts and lead with love.
Don't stand together no matter what.
They took the life. We don't give a damn about the property. I give a damn about my brother.
Did your business get hit up at all?
Yes. Yes, sir.
And it, to you, George Floyd matters more?
Yes, sir. Way more. Way more. That's material stuff.
The march walked by Cadillac Pond, where the store owner John Reeple, on the second night of the uprising, shot and killed a man named Kelvin Horton, who was standing outside of the store as goods were being expropriated.
You take that compared to the 17th and Lake corner store, who's saying property can be replaced, but George can't. And then you compare that to this case, and to the case where you have storefront owners sitting there with their guns threatening to kill people over the property. It's the same sort of concept of valuing property, valuing profit over people.
This is what MLK would have wanted. Marching up the whole Lake Street.
What can we say? It's just pandemonium out here. All of this could have been avoided if charges came faster. You know, it's good that they charged him today, but there was no new evidence, I'm sure, that came out today that wasn't available yesterday. So something's working here. We seem to be putting pressure on the powers that be.
Fuck 12, you know, shit not fair, man.
Hey, what do you think about the murder charges, 3rd degree?
Yeah, hell no, that shit should be first, because if I kill somebody, I'm going in the hole for the rest of my life. He kill somebody, he go home and kiss his baby. It's unfair, it's not fair. No justice, no peace, burn this bitch down. For all I care on, bro. Y'all can get this shit back, that man will never see his family again.
When everybody marched down Lake Street, there was, again, more fires that were getting started. As the march was going in midday, people were starting fires, people were vandalizing places and taking out their anger on specific private property. That's when everything moved down to West Lake Street.
What makes you all come out here and hand out supplies?
To support the protesters, to make sure that their voices are being heard and that they have the food, the water, the medical supplies that they need, so they can keep doing the hard work of demanding justice.
I'm here with the people, and we're gonna do this together.
What's it gonna take for this shit to change?
We're finna burn this shit down too. We're gonna see what the fuck's going on, but fuck 12.
It was peaceful. People were, you know, just talking shit here and there, but then once they threw the goddamn tear gas at everybody is here. Like, if he isn't ready to clean his house up, he shouldn't have a house. It should catch on fire.
The 5th precinct was a block up from Westlake, and that's where people then directed their anger.
Y'all ignited folks to be mad. Y'all came out with tear gas, pepper spray, rubber bullets, flash bombs. Y'all care more about property than y'all care about human life. Y'all can replace these buildings. Y'all can replace these windows. We can't put the breath and the spirit back in George Floyd.
You see it? We here, we out here. And this is the way it's gonna stay, because this is the way it is now. And you think it's gonna stop here, it's not. Like, it's not gonna stop here. It's gonna keep going, whether you agree or not.
3rd degree ain't enough. 3rd degree ain't enough.
Tell the guys black power around this bitch, man. Fuck the white supremacists, man. Anybody that's racist, fuck them.
What's his name? George Floyd. What's his name? George Floyd.
That featured more out-of-towners. There was a megaphone brought in.
Go ahead, to come out here and join my other activists and organizers out here. We stand with you from all across the country. Chicago right now, they sending me messages saying they shut shit down in Chicago right now. Atlanta sending messages saying they shut shit down in Atlanta right now. And they in D.C. saying fuck Donald Trump in front of the White House right now. Y'all turn up, the more other cities gonna turn up. Say turn up. Turn up. Turn up. Des Moines, Iowa's going up right now. Boston is going up right now. You see a lot of people from New York here. With New York City going up. LA is even going up right now. Come on, y'all.
Minnesota ain't pussy. We out here. Okay. Every day we out here.
We need folks to step up and start weeding out all these white supremacists that have hate in their hearts and they use it in action in our communities.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
This happened an hour ago. Her name is Kelly Chauvin. She is the wife of the police officer Derek Chauvin who was charged, and she just announced that she's divorcing her husband.
Here we go. The police start to show aggression, and then this is what happens. You can see the last few days, it wasn't, there goes a bottle, just broke a window up top.
Minneapolis has some of the most extreme racial and class disparities, extreme visible homelessness in this city, just racial police terror, basically. People are fed up with all of it. We're tired of being poor, we're tired of living this way. So Floyd sparked it and is driving it, and we're out here remembering him, but people are ready to see it all come down. I just have seen so many anti-capitalist tags out here too, people are putting together all the big picture shit.
Looks like they're trying to start it on fire.
I know what y'all did. Y'all fucked up for that shit. All right, and we see that shit.
The police out here really dropping bodies, man. We ain't shit out here. Change it that officer, first degree. Done. All 4 of them. Guilty by association. I need them all gone.
Stop that racism shit, bro.
I need all the racial profiling go down to a minimum. Let's start with the president. You see his tweet with some thugs? We look like some thugs to y'all? He look like a thug because we got a red fucking bandana? No, we ain't no fucking thugs. We here for one fucking reason. George fucking Floyd. That should never killed that man in fucking vain.
People then that night went to Wells Fargo, went to the post office and lit them on fire.
It's just an injustice that's been going on too long. It's just depressing, and the opposition, it's just too much. So we have to take it upon ourselves to make the change happen. I hope all 4 cops go to jail. I hope they change the 3rd degree, into a better degree, either 1st or 2nd, because that 3rd degree shit is just bullshit. In all honesty,
I'm privileged enough to be white, but I came up in the fucking hood. I've been beaten by the Minneapolis police, robbed by the Minneapolis police, taken to jail for no fucking reason. It's a corrupt institution for fucking decades.
Fuck 12. Fuck the justice system. We out here. It all started here. Minneapolis 612 Lake Street and 28.
Clark's Grove representing.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
The police then responded to that with force, shooting at people, less lethal rounds and whatnot. We specifically got shot at 3 times with marker rounds in one instance, and a concussion grenade thrown directly at our feet when me and Jen, another Unicorn Riot reporter, were reporting and nobody was around us at all. We had already specifically had our press passes up and had been screaming that we were press.
A lot of tear gas that was shot. Concussion grenades. Oh shit, he just threw it right at us. There's nobody over here. Nobody over here but press. We're press! Press! We're press! We're press! We're press! Looked like that officer told him to stop shooting. People have scattered around to different neighborhoods, so expect a lot of anger to be shown throughout the south side. There's an amassment of other officers right there. Wells Fargo's on fire. Wow. We got different officers shooting multiple places. The crowd over there looks like this. You can hear their announcements. They don't have the capability to make arrests for one of the teams. Hey, we're press, we're press. We're press. I can't hear you. I can't hear, we're press. What's up, we're press? What do you need? I can't hear your order. I can't hear your order. We're press. I think that person on the right side just got hit. He just fell. Police are shooting a lot at the car. Can you give us an order? Just move or press. Okay, for how long? How far? All the way back. Okay. Yeah. Look.
Yep, get in.
We've just been ordered to leave this area.
So this is the back end. This is 33rd and Nicollet. State trooper in the back. So the state trooper is usually in the back and the front of these transport buses. The transport buses usually either take protesters to jail after mass arrests, or they take police, riot police, to the scene. That was a smoke shop and a check cashing place.
So across the street right now, I see there's like a tractor thing on fire, like the things they use for construction. And then I see people breaking into this possible antique store. I hope that they realize that on top there's apartments. Well, I've been out here since yesterday and it's actually been pretty peaceful. It's really nice to see everybody come together. There's a lot of skin tones and it's just really nice to see that, especially as somebody that doesn't see that often. It's really nice to see. It's really unfortunate that things are having to burn down, but no justice, no peace. When we get justice, we'll get some peace, It's going down in history. Real deal shit. Can I cuss? Yeah. Okay. This is real deal shit, motherfuckers. For real. Real motherfucking deal.
This is history right here. I'm gonna be talking about this for the rest of my life. This is some life-changing shit right here.
I live 2 blocks away. I was at the 3rd precinct the other day and lots of comments about people coming from not that community and destroying that community that isn't theirs. I'm here. This is my community now. I'm not actively destroying it, but I say let it burn. Let it burn. Change needs to happen. We've been in the streets. We've peacefully protested hundreds, if not thousands of times, and nothing changes. This is a breaking point. It's not just here. It's all over the country. The world is watching. Something needs to happen. Otherwise, this will not stop.
Excuse me, I gotta run from the cops.
They got concussion grenades being used over there.
Hear people screaming, kind of affected by the tear gas and enraged by the police pushing onwards.
It's just going crazy out here. They just started gassing people from over here. They're pushing them all back. It's a little bit less stressful than it was last night. It looks like people are a little more peaceful, but as you can see, the chaos is still going pretty thick. People are firing fireworks back at the cops, but it looks like they're pushing the perimeter.
Police shining light down here.
People are tired of cops killing us, poor people, black people. They don't care about us, man. They don't care about justice. They just want to keep the people in power.
These cars in front of me are being hit with rounds as they go forward.
We're in the front line. It's a lot of people out here for the non-violence, but the people that's out here for the violence, like me, we out here to protect the people that's out here for the non-violence.
I just got shot 5 times. My fucking hand's broken. It's a different night than last night, dude. It's not even cool. They don't give a fuck. They don't care about us. I got shot in the hand while I was holding my phone.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, but it was great footage.
What are you holding the sign? What are you gonna do with the sign?
Because I thought they were gonna shoot me in the back.
You're holding it as a shield.
Yeah.
So we're getting shot at right now. Concussion grenade. This is like a dugout construction area, as I was saying. It provides like area for people to take cover.
This is the fucking revolution that needs to happen. And sitting by and doing nothing, you know, I heard the saying, white silence leads to violence. And so we need to do more. And that's why I'm here. I drove 2.5 hours. I live north of here. And I watched that video. And I watched George Floyd. And I know that if I would have been there, I could have bum rushed him and not feared my life. But that's not the case for the people that were recording it. And we all know why, because the pigment in their skin, and that's fucked up, okay? We people that can do something and not fear our lives need to start doing it.
I just want to let y'all know they're shooting at medics trying to get through. They won't let us through. They're shooting at us and all of the civilians out here. It's fucked up. We've been out here every day.
I've been out with my medical tape on, and they have shot me dead in the face with the tear gas. They do not care if you're a medic or not. They will shoot you.
Police then were also occupying the neighborhoods where they were going through each block and sort of stormtrooping through the block. Anybody that was seen outside, even if they were protecting their neighborhood, was told to go inside or go to jail.
Lindale Avenue. Press. We're pressed. Police, yeah, SWAT vehicle.
A massive police presence out here in the streets. Sort of chaos everywhere. Chicago Lake and Elliott, pretty wild down there. There's a lot of people protecting their businesses. A lot of people are out showing love. And then there's a lot of people that are really, really uptight. And a lot of guns and a lot of people like, you know, threatening people, and people walking by are getting sort of checked, like, who are you? And so it's quite the scene out here.
This is uptown, a little bit wealthier area of Minneapolis. We heard an interview earlier where someone said, hey, I don't have a problem with all of this destruction that's happening. I wish they'd take it to wealthier areas like the suburbs though. And it seems as though that may have happened here tonight.
Stores are getting smashed behind us. The police are staying in there. And then right across the way, the barricades are lit here in Lake and Lindale. Alarms continually just going off. Every neighborhood for the last 4 days are just consistent alarms. We were walking down Lake Street. A police cruiser pulled up to me and Jen, who again had our press stuff on, had cameras in our hands, and immediately pulled down the window to try to spray Jen with a pepper spray from the window of their moving car. I immediately was like, press, 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 and they stopped doing it and rolled away. Here goes more. Jump out, boys.
Press, 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 press. Wow. He rolled up trying to spray Jen. Wow.
Ready to spray. Thank you for being quicker with saying the word press. Oh my goodness. Yeah, his partner was like, oh, don't spray them.
Yep.
They drove up here super fast. There was first that white van, there was a black van right after them. They drove, I don't know how many miles per hour down this way.
Is this Lewis over here?
It was right after that we saw Lewis.
Okay, I'm Lewis Hunter, Philando Castile's cousin. I got hit with market rounds, what was it, 3 years ago? You recorded it. Yep. You was the one that helped me beat my case. Due to the fact that you were just out filming as you're doing now. And I can remember that day vividly. Me experiencing this again is crazy. But I'm glad I'm on a different side of the thing this time, even though I'm still 10 toes down here. I'm protecting my business.
And what happened then was the police came in full force. I think it was the state troopers and Minneapolis police in camo. And they came to clear the street saying, go home or go to jail.
We're gonna pause the interview real quick. Press.
We sought refuge in Lewis's restaurant, but we didn't move fast enough for them to not hit us. So they ended up hitting Jen, hitting Lewis, hitting me, pushing us all into the restaurant door, slamming the door on Lewis.
Inside what? Press. We're coming. We're pressed. We're coming. Yo! That's how they do business owners here. That's how they doing business owners.
The disrespect to that was immensely wild to me. It also set off a lot of different feelings in Lewis that were old, and it brought it all back out. And so that was a really upsetting moment for, I think, a lot of people to see, but also it was really upsetting for Lewis and Trio and for his family to also witness, because his family was there and they were all protecting the store together.
Now they stumbling over here and doing all that shit, man, like that. That's some old janky ass shit, man. Like, motherfuckers is over here peaceful right now. You can't even fucking live, man. How the fuck do you own a business and then they coming on me? Y'all seen that? I didn't even do nothing. We didn't do nothing. They forced you all in. Like, come on, we protecting our business. People trying to tear up our business, what we supposed to do? We ain't got no guns or nothing. So, man. And this is what I did not want to feel, man. I did not want to feel this way. I didn't want to feel this way, man. Protecting our shit, we getting fucking guns and pulled on us. We're fucking business owners. Go pull it on the motherfuckers who's doing something. We protecting our business.
They're definitely making it really hard as press to try to figure out how to cover this and cover their response. We feel it's our responsibility to show how the police interact with the community, and it's really, really hard to do that when every time you are faced with the police and you tell them you're pressed, you're still getting pushed into a building or almost pepper sprayed.
Fuck the police, ACAB 1312.
Unicorn Riot, you're doing the good shit here. Thank you.
Support Unicorn Riot. We have been doing good work for years, but especially right now, it's critical. You're not getting independent journalism anywhere else like this. So support Unicorn Riot.
I love Unicorn Riot. I hope people watching to this donate money.
You already know Unicorn Riot, frontlines, man, every time, man.
A special shout out to all of Unicorn Riot. Make sure you support Unicorn Riot.
Unicorn Riot has been a part of our own personal sense of safety and wellness by being present on the ground and capturing what's happening around us. Please support Unicorn Riot.
I appreciate Unicorn Riot for all the work you do. Independent media has really been on the front lines, and we need now every city and every community across this country to support independent media that are not beholden by corporations.
The people we need to get it to is Unicorn Riot. They're gonna put it out raw.
This was a peaceful protest that's going on here right now. And then these guys came up the street all of a sudden and decided to shoot rubber bullets at us. And they shot their little rubber bullets. Even I got hit in the leg with one. And I'm just out here as an old dude just recording shit and making sure that our business down on East Lake Street or West Lake Street is protected and seeing how it's being protected. I ain't got no business being out here, but after 2 days of seeing this chaos and the lack of our government involvement, I was like, no. I need to get out there and make sure and see what the fuck is going on. But now that I get out and see what's going on, I realize why the 3rd Precinct was burnt down. It wasn't burnt down because people were mad at the police. It was burnt down because the police were mad at the people.
This is Niko from Unicorn Riot. Right now we're here on Lake Street in Garfield, I believe. Lake and Garfield. We were live in Philadelphia a little bit earlier. We did miss a lot here being live.
They introduced the violence into the fucking narrative. The narrative was peaceful until they started shooting rubber bullets and tear gas at people. How do you think people are going to react? We're cats in water right now.
I just pray and pray that this will lead to systematic reform. Please. Like, come on.
Reassembling at Wells Fargo
Hey, thank you.
parking lot of the 5th Precinct. The cops are gone.
It doesn't look like the police have left. People were talking about going up to the Wells Fargo parking lot, and then they stopped 2 blocks away.
Press were specifically supposed to be able to report on everything that was happening. When we saw on 31st and Blaisdell, police specifically target us.
There's a lot of officers up there. Okay. Cool. Okay.
You are part of the problem. It's not the entire problem.
Did you just hear that? Can you say more?
You're alone, sir.
Me? I'm gonna move on from these guys. They obviously got a grudge. These are all filled with riot cops. Those were National Guard, National Guard, State Patrol, I think.
That whole parking lot is full of pop tires.
Whoa.
Every car.
Dang.
Every car.
Earlier today, I was at the Nicollet and Lake Street Kmart parking lot where we had established a medical pavilion. We had multiple different medical bays waiting for any injuries to come our way. Pre-sunset, in the evening, the police began to march up Nicollet at us, dispersing the protest. By the time they got near us, we announced ourselves as medics for about 5 minutes. They began to launch rubber bullets and tear gas into our facility.
Where there was no other protesters.
Where there were no
was
other
just
protesters.
us medics in there.
Exclusively medics and those who had been wounded, where we were catering to their needs. After that, we had to evacuate that area. Fortunately, everybody was able to get out, and anybody who was wounded was able to be moved to a different location. In the parking lot, the police, the National Guard, any other, I can't say that I rightfully know exactly who was there, occupied the space, knocking down any of the barriers we had created around our medical facility. We've been unable to check on it since. We came back out after dark to try and see if we could reestablish the med bay. We were unable to get back there because of the amount of police officers surrounding Kmart, Nicollet, Lake Street, and the 5th Precinct.
And as we've been walking, people have been coming by and people are trapped. They're trying to get out, but they went back to Kmart and all their tires are slashed. And that was on multiple occasions. Multiple people were like, well, we're stuck here now. And so I just told them to stay in the dark shadows and avoid the streets as much as possible. But so people are stuck due to slashed tires. They slashed all the tires.
We just told them to hunker down for the night and see if they can get out in the morning.
Waited until 6 a.m. when curfew's over, you know.
Here is downtown. Where we are compared to downtown is about 30 blocks south. On Lake Street.
I just honestly find it sad how what we had to go through today. We were peacefully protesting down Lake Street by Kmart area. We were all sitting on the ground. Next thing we know, we were not doing anything. We were all sitting down just chanting. Next thing you know, police comes from every single corner. They cornered us in. They started tear gassing us. They tried to box us in. They boxed us in. They started tear gassing us. People ran in every different direction, and they just kept boxing us in more and more and more. It got scary. It got to the point where random people had to take us into their homes just so we could get away from the cops. And honestly, tonight it just showed what kind of police state we're living in and how disrespectful the police are and how much they really don't care for us. And honestly, it's all kind of sad, to be honest. It's very sad. It is. Especially in our own states. And it makes me sad seeing what they're doing to people, to men like George Floyd, because it could be any of our brothers, any of our fathers. And that's why we're out here tonight protesting and trying to get the message across that this shouldn't be allowed in our state, in our country. It shouldn't be allowed anywhere, basically.
There was a bunch of different law enforcement agencies that were on the streets with the police, and people couldn't really tell or understand who was who and what was what. So there was unmarked cars, there was threats from white supremacists.
This random ass just stopped looking hard as hell. What's good, shorty?
Ah, but you're not gonna get us because you saw the press was here. Crazy. Really stop.
People were then pushed to create their own sort of like neighborhood watch groups and barricade their streets and barricade their alleys and took weapons and stop people from going down avenues or blocks.
They coming around, as y'all can see. SWAT rescue coming down right now. We out here. You know what I'm saying? We still out here. But like we said, it's unfortunate how that human life was taken. Now, what's so fortunate is how we brought the humanity out of each other when we giving it to our neighbors at the same time. When we building with each other at the same moment. When we giving the love to each other at the same moment.
That's a milker. Oh, God, that's a milker.
It was a very confusing mess of fear and paranoia, but also like reality, because a lot of shit was happening.
Unicorn Riot, frontlines, man, every time, man. Shout out Unicorn Riot for being the real one. I appreciate y'all coming out here taking care of this, baby. I appreciate y'all. No justice, no peace. Prosecute the police. No justice, no peace. Prosecute the police.
Cali all the way to Minnesota. I can't breathe because your knees on my neck.
Massive crowd up here on 38th in Chicago, the Vigil site. The community has come together and provided a lot of
Free food, free water.
a lot of food and water.
I got your back. We got your back. I got your back. We got your back. I got your back. We got your back.
My name is Ashley Quinones. My husband was killed by Richfield and Edina police in September 2019. Jamar Clark's family here. This is Isaac Aiden's family. Mike Freeman, it's been 30 years. You prosecuted one officer. You have denied our families justice for the ones we love.
My son got killed July 26, 2016 by the most notorious gangbanging force, police officers, Los Angeles Police Department. Say his name! Say his name! Say his name!
Hi, my name is Dion Smith. I'm from Stockton, California, and I came to stand in solidarity with all of y'all. My son named James Rivera was 16 years old. He was unarmed, shot 48 times, 18 entered his body, and they used AR-15s. I drove all the way out here to show you this is what love looked like. This is what the struggle is.
For a while, we've been creating spaces like this. This is why people are so prepared. This is why you see all of this organization, because this has happened so much, heartbreakingly, that we're just ready now. We're just ready and prepared, and we're set up, and it's been a long time coming, but now we can sustain long periods of time, weeks, months even, mourning the death of a life like it's supposed to be. Calling attention to an issue that's been an issue for hundreds of years, like we're supposed to be. This is the human condition. We evolve, we grow, we understand more, we become better. This is what we're supposed to be doing. This is literally how humans evolve. Are we gonna hold the government responsible for starting the riots, for starting the fires, for starting the turmoil and the destruction to make protesters look like criminals? Are we gonna start having that conversation?
I know that there's a lot of folks who have this idea that they should separate looting and burning and arson from peaceful protest, and I think that that is wrong. I think that you need to look at all of these things in context. You can't separate one part of it from another. And what we've seen out here has been beautiful in that it has sparked actions all over this country in a way that I don't think we've seen at least since the 60s. And I think that in any movement, in any part of the world, there are going to be numerous factions that are involved in uprisings, and not all of them are on the same page, but they are all forming the story. So, you know, like, I was at first worried that that was going to get overlooked, that there are people here that aren't from our community, and I've been surprised that that has kind of become the dominant narrative. But then also looking back at other movements that have happened, looking back at Ferguson, like the same thing happens, that they tried to delegitimize what has happened by pointing to outside agitators.
Right now it's history and they're fighting history. That's how bad they don't want to let go. Minneapolis, St. Paul, other cities across the country are burning.
Yep.
The world is starting to rise up against it.
Yep.
Because they smell it. It's different. It's change. They
Fuck
never should
Trump.
have did that to him. I went to school down the street right there at Wilder. I went to Central right there. My grandmother lived up the street. This is my aunt's house. This is our neighborhood. It's our leadership's fault. That's all I gotta say.
We all are one. Color ain't mean nothing. I got eyes, you got eyes. I got nose, you got nose. You got foot, I got foot. You got hands, I got hands. If you put hands on me, I'm gonna put hands on you.
Yeah, and that's what's happening right
Quit
now.
all that. Quit putting hands on folks.
Yep.
And you just keep putting hands on black folks. What's wrong with you?
Now. They're doing it right now.
Feel me?
They ran
So
up
quit
there.
all that shit.
It looks like the police chief kneeling. Chief, can you talk about what just happened? What were you thinking? Were you praying?
I was. I just, I feel so much pain and hurt from Mr. Floyd, his family members, and I just wanted to pay my respects to him and to our community, and because I know there's a lot of grieving going on right now.
What did it make you feel as the police chief who oversees the officers who did that, and what did it make you feel as a black man?
I felt absolutely horrible that Mr. Floyd, who was expecting us to treat him humanely, that was lost. That was lost.
That's our curfew.
And so,
curfew calls.
I'm sorry, I gotta say that one more time.
So it hurt me. It hurt me to the core. It did.
I have a question for you, Chief.
I support everyone out here, and it's gonna make the police department better.
I guess we're all just fucking sick of this shit. So I'm here and I'm doing what I can. So I started this list today. I don't know it. And it's just everyone's names. I just started going and Googling, and my friend showed up, so she started looking for names and helping me spell everything. And then some people also came up and said, hey, could you please write my friend's name? A lot of people had suggestions and could help too. They referenced people from their cities, like a guy from Chicago put on someone else's name. And so a bunch of people have contributed to helping out, and some people already said they would bring more paint back tomorrow. So obviously this list could go on and on forever, and that's also why we're here, you know?
This is a space for healing right now, and this is sort of what we call sacred ground. So if people can maintain the peace, then I think the National Guard and the police forces will be better off focusing their attention elsewhere.
I just want to talk about anti-black violence and how ubiquitous it is. Like, it's everywhere, it's all the time, it's always. I think that this is extremely tragic, but I think that black life is tragedy every day. I think instances like this make us rethink what grief means for black people. If you're grieving every single day, a new person, a new name.
What's really fucked up is that the problem is black people have never been allowed to be people. So when a black person is crying, you don't see them as a human being, you don't see them as a person. And so it's hard to be empathetic and compassionate to a person that's not even a person to you. So I think if anything, the crying, the grief is actually a confirmation that the job is being done correctly. Because I think Black death is important for this world to go around. I think it is essential for this world to go around. So if the crying's not happening, then the police are really worried, the state is worried, and everyone's like, the world is being disrupted. So the crying is literally just confirmation, and it's a joyous moment, I think, for a lot of non-black people.
I don't think black grief has ever been able to be a private event in the way that we expect grief to be, you know, like let the family be, but it's always publicized, it's always out in the open, because black grief is always a plea. Like, grief is a process, one that usually never ends, but it's like you need, like you said earlier, the environment to be able to like work through that. Yeah.
talk about George Floyd. No justice! No peace! No justice!
We had to walk all the way downtown, and then army men started hopping out the trucks, right? So we all started running, but then we regrouped. We started walking all the way this way. We just linking up with the rest of the crowd. We just trying to be safe. You feel me? We were there when our semi-truck ran past a bunch of people.
That was crazy. So we were all kneeling. There was at least like, I want to say, a good 10,000 of us. Yeah, literally all kneeled down. But I was like, kind of towards more the edge where I could easily just jump off. Next thing I know, is like, I want to say like 5 minutes go by, a semi pickup truck, just full speed, literally full speed running, kill people. I slowed down kind of, he stopped, tried to run out, and then a bunch of us just came.
Yeah, pulled him out.
Pulled him out. Beating up on him. Beat him up. Boom, boom, boom.
Was people injured?
No, actually nobody got hurt, I think. He got hurt. Yeah, a lot of people were able to jump out the way, so that's thankful. Police came out there, started tear gassing and trying to get people away from obviously what happened and stuff like that, but this was crazy.
The driver then wasn't even put in handcuffs and was put into the back of the car and ushered away to jail, where he sat maybe 1 day, had some explanation. He's a white man, he got out with no charges.
It's way after 8 o'clock. We're not going nowhere until we're ready to go home. We're grieving, we're hurt. We have the right to hurt somewhere safe, and that's here. That's here. Together.
So George Floyd was killed right up here. People are protecting the site.
He was murdered. I was at the shop a couple hours later, and there was nothing different, and I found that really upsetting. It wasn't until the next morning that things were upset, and I found it really disconcerting that I was there just a couple hours later and it was like business as usual. So I'm just really grateful for whoever took that video.
Seeing his image, he sparked a revolution. He sparked a revolution in the most militarized country in the world. His death spoke for everybody that got murdered by police. His death doesn't overshadow everyone else's death. That it magnifies it and times 10. So we're bringing justice to everybody, and we thank him for his life. As me, as a native, I thank him for his life, and I hope he's in the next life with his ancestors and everybody. He's living good.
That motherfucking black man ain't supposed to die like that. You don't put your motherfucking knee on no motherfucking neck unless you're trying to kill or hurt. That's it. We got the Hey, go check him. Hey, go over and check him. Everybody stay right here. Don't listen to that. Don't run. He's gonna lose the eye.
I just think we need to be everywhere they're not. If we're out here in the center, we need to be down every block and every alley having eyes out. If we can't see them coming, then that's when the trouble happens. As long as we stay awake, we can't be caught by surprise.
Thank God I had enough people. We're live at 38th in Chicago. Barricades have gone up. People are feeling threatened by possible police incursions and possible cars that have been driving around suspiciously. So people are guarding the perimeter. The barricades have gone up almost on every end of Chicago and 38th, and the perimeter security. What does that feel like to you right now, if possibly there's that threat out there?
Man, there's that threat every day. Every day I wake up and I walk out the house, I'm scared, and that's an impossible feeling to try to deal with. Feeling like you can't even live in your own skin because you never know who you're walking by, who you're walking next to, driving next to, how they really feel about you. So I mean, knowing that they're present here, it don't make me feel any different than waking up every day.
We're gonna hold this down. They got an army, we got our own army. It don't matter. They want to call this the United States. It's not the United States. We're not with the system. We are showing them how united we can actually be. So as of that, we're gonna be careful and be aware. And to be aware is to be alive. So be careful out here in every state.
This person's cleaning up.
I've never seen so many different types of people come together before and like be so kind to each other, and I never felt more safer. The media makes it seem like it's going crazy and it's firing and everything. The city's so dangerous. Even my family, I live in the suburbs, so they think that it's so dangerous and stuff. I'm like, dude, I feel more safe than I ever have, especially at nighttime.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
nationwide, but worldwide. We, right here, set the example. Say his name! Say his name! Say his name! Say his name! No justice! No justice! No peace! I love every last one of y'all.
Unicorn Riot, you're doing the good shit here. Thank you.
Support Unicorn Riot. We have been doing good work for years, but especially right now, it's critical. You're not getting independent journalism anywhere else like this. So support Unicorn Riot.
I love Unicorn Riot. I hope people watching to this donate money.
You already know Unicorn Riot. Frontlines, man, every time, man.
A special shout out to all of Unicorn Riot. Make sure you support Unicorn Riot.
Unicorn Riot has been a part of our own personal sense of safety and wellness by being present on the ground and capturing what's happening around us. Please support Unicorn Riot.
I appreciate Unicorn Riot for all the work you do. Independent media has really been on the front lines, and we need now every city and every community across this country to support independent media that are not beholden by corporations.
The people we need to get it to is Unicorn Riot. They're gonna put it out raw.
Here we have 12 families that's out here today that lost their loved ones at the hands of police here in the state of Minnesota. We are calling for the governor to meet with us. Dear God, let the politicians see the bigger side and not a side of political versus community, but a side versus right versus wrong. Right versus wrong, this is wrong.
The whole damn system is guilty as hell. Indict, convict, send those killer cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell.
National Guard, all up and down Summit Avenue. You from St. Paul?
Yeah.
You ever seen anything like this on your street?
Not at all. This is crazy.
We're just out here in the communities that we live in. We're just out here to maintain a presence. I'm unable to speak right now. I'm just here to keep the peace and bring the peace.
We're here to keep the city safe. So.
If you're against police violence, police brutality, get action. So you're gonna post for the picture, put your mouth down. You won't come over, you won't say anything else. That's what I say. It doesn't really fucking matter, does it? You just want your goddamn fucking photo up, don't you?
Have fun out there.
I don't know if it's fun. I mean, people are like, it's a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like fun. The mansion, Governor Tim Walz is coming out now.
That is incompetent, who we know has misled the public, who we know has never held a single cop accountable.
What made you come out?
He killed a white woman. And we
Voices need to be heard. And as we said, the murder of George Floyd has shook the world, and it's the conscience of Minnesota. This is our responsibility.
Not only is Mike Freeman not qualified to take on this case, he needs to first resign. And if he is unwilling to resign, he needs to be recalled.
We need these 4 officers, all 4 of them, arrested and treated like they were black men. All 4.
Governor Dayton, when he had it, should have been doing more. Governor Walz should have been listening to the cries of the people. Before George Floyd, before our kids' stolen lives,
tell you something about those mothers. They don't never stop fighting. So let me tell you something. If you never stop fighting, guess what will happen eventually? We will win. I'm going to tell you that again. If you keep on fighting, if you keep showing up out here, don't let nobody tell you that protests don't work. Don't let nobody tell you all kind of protests work. They tore up a little something, all of a sudden they sent us one of the cops. But that we ain't satisfied with one of them ours. No, how many we want? All four. Police violence is a disease in our community. When something happens over and over and over and over again, it ain't no accident. Right? This was no aberration. What we saw, most of us saw, some of us saw, was a lynching. That's right. And you know what? We'll be coming out to lynchings over and over and over again until we decide that we've had enough. Because you know how you get rid of a disease? Right? You got to cut it out. You got to create a system that does what you want. Right? You wouldn't put people on the front line of no pandemic without the stuff they need, right? You wouldn't put profit over human beings' lives, would you? So then why you keep tolerating this? So this is the start. I ain't beating up on you. I'm saying this is how every change started. Every revolution started just like this, right?
Say his name, George Floyd. Say his name, George Floyd. Say his name, George Floyd.
We are men. We are not animals. We are fathers. We are sons. We are uncles. We are protectors of our community.
We have received word of a security threat, so we're going to close out this program and we're going to ask people not to rush, but we're going to shut this down now. I'm so sorry, but we're thinking about safety.
They need to remember white supremacy is real.
Yes, white
Forces
supremacy
that don't want us to come
is real. So we're going to wrap this up. My apologies to all the family that are here, but we're putting safety first. Be safe.
They've been shooting.
Unicorn Riot, frontlines, man, every time, man. Shout out Unicorn Riot for being the real one. I appreciate y'all coming out here and taking care of this, baby. I appreciate y'all.
Protesters, the police have been starting violence. If you're more worried about a burning building than a black life being taken, please leave.
If George Floyd don't get it!
This is a student-led peaceful sit-in. They came together by a group of high school graduating seniors. We saw everything that's happening in this country and in our hometown, and we figured it was time to make a change. So we organized this event. Each day, the number grew by hundreds and hundreds. We have thousands of people here today, and we wanted our voices to be heard and to let people know that we are not okay with this, and we're not going to continue to be treated the way that we are.
We thought, okay, we want to make an event. It was me and my 4 other friends, and we thought, okay, so who do we know in the community that would want to do this with us? And we contacted everybody. Truly, we didn't think it would have the turnout that it did. We were very surprised and very just excited that so many people wanted to support what we were doing and having the youth speak out, because I feel like a lot of people didn't expect us to be high school students that have just graduated and creating this event and really having it be really successful. Putting it all together was very tiring, from hearing things in the news from right to left, other cities going through things. And you know, it's very emotionally toiling for black people in general, just this whole situation, everything that's going on. So we definitely struggled a lot with that, but we came out and we did what we needed to do today. So
we will never, ever have a successful revolution in this country until we start listening and following black women.
I think that as black people, we embody so much violence that we know violence to the T. We know violence to the T, but we also know peace to the T. We've been talking about the same thing since Reconstruction, but when integration happened, we also lost a lot of our own institutions. Therefore, peace is actually relying on us, actually looking inside us to support our communities and build our own communities. White supremacy is in every institution and system. That means that we cannot just reform it, we must abolish it. Not just a revolution, but an evolution. And the evolution starts in our minds, works through our bodies, and we communicate it to everybody else.
It's just crazy that we continue to have
to fight for our right and our power to live. And it's been 400 years since we've been discriminated against, been put down in slavery. So just to see that we're still getting killed and that we're still being oppressed is crazy. But at the same time, it's empowering to see a whole bunch of black people, Hispanic people, Asian people, white people standing for us, standing together for all of us to realize that we are only human at the end of the day. Like, skin does not define us. As scary as it is necessary to create change.
Police need to stop perpetuating anti-blackness, and we need to defund the system and fuck the system.
Black Lives Matter all day, every day. You know, that's it.
I'm tired of having to check in with my loved ones for using my right to assemble and protest because they fear for my life. I am tired of truck drivers driving into a peace march and getting let go in an act of hate like it was an accident.
Equality isn't a lot to ask, because treat me like I treat you. And I think that's a very simple concept, but it's a very simple concept in a complex, broken system, and we need to stand together to fix it.
As a black person, I fight every day. I don't just decide when I want to go protest. I literally walk out my door and fight every day. And so did every other black person that showed up today. And the white people are seeing that now. And they're starting to get tired. They're going to hear us. This is ground zero. They're going to hear us. They're going to feel us. They're going to listen. It's not about just hearing. It's about listening.
No justice, no peace.
See a bunch of officers getting in their little truck. National Guardsmen, I should say.
If George Floyd don't get it, shut it down! If George Floyd don't get it!
I mean, there's been many people who have been murdered by the St. Paul police, but we have never kicked up a movement. And when Marcus Golden was murdered, Monique kicked up this movement. So y'all give her a round of applause, because without her, we would not be where we are right now. So when I say Marcus, you say Golden. Marcus! 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 Golden.
This is some of the people killed by St. Paul police. And I want to call their name. I haven't updated this list, but this is some of them.
No justice, no peace. Prosecute the police, fuck 12.
Prosecute the police, no justice! Prosecute the police, no justice!
Today, we are here to demand that our stories are relevant, and that they are portrayed accurately and true. Bob Crow's wife has been reporting on all kinds of brown and black murders from the police point of view and from the police profiling level. She has reported on many stories dealing with police officers and always shining a beautiful, shiny light on how they are wonderful protectors of the community. And all of this time has never disclosed that she was married to the number one NWA, fuck the police, fuck 12. The whole time she's been reporting. And WCCO knew this. Not once did they pull her off or make it public information. You can't be married to a white supremacist, racist individual and not have the same views. It doesn't happen. Sex ain't that great. Okay? Sex ain't gonna keep you if you ain't focused on the same thing, right? Come on. So today, we are demanding that WCCO, ABC, Fox News, every news station in the state of Minnesota and nationally start representing us right. That's right. Today is a new day.
We're demanding that Liz Collin be fired
by WCCO for her participation in perpetuating pro-police narratives and giving her husband a platform. We're also asking for there to be more balance in reporting so that they stop demonizing victims and they start telling the truth about killer cops. We want more racial sensitivity training for everyone who works at these news stations. And then we want to see more black people behind the camera, in front of the camera, and as executive producers. So not only did we hit up WCCO today, we also marched to the Star Tribune, which has a long history of perpetuating false pro-police narratives and demonizing black victims. We said enough is enough. We ripped up newspapers in front of the Star Tribune, and we're demanding that they change their practices. And then finally, we marched to the 1st Precinct Police Station to stand up for justice, to stand up for George and all victims of police violence, and to denounce police violence and killer cops being let go and let free.
It wasn't an accident that you got a sign to stand in front of the 1st Precinct, and that we came here to be the bearers of good news. That we came here to let you know that it's not too late to turn from your wicked ways. It's not too late to denounce some of the evil that you are so pressured to participate in. It's not too late to let God know.
Unicorn Riot, frontlines, man, every time, man. Shout out Unicorn Riot for being the real one. I appreciate y'all coming out here and taking care of this, baby. I appreciate y'all. Unicorn. You say, prosecute the police. No justice, no peace. You say, prosecute the police.
Here's firefighters giving a knee.
It's just tragic events that happen, and we just want to show our respect, like Firefighter Association.
Here with St. Paul Fire, in solidarity with Minneapolis, here for justice for George.
So it's Minneapolis and St. Paul?
Yes.
Black firefighters supporting the cause.
George Floyd really has been a catalyst for pushing these larger demands of divesting from the police and abolishing the police. You know, we've seen like, 5 to 10 different organizations cut ties with the police already, so really it's feeling like we're getting nearer to liberation, and it just hurts that, you know, it has to come at the expense of like people's lives being lost, but it's a catalyst, and I feel like we're trying to organize around that, and I really love the outpouring of just support, the resource, the networking, the mutual aid. I feel like that's really coming together. We were just talking about how like, if there's always this much food and water, like why can't we just always have it like this? You know what I'm saying? We have the capacity to create these mechanisms that are keeping each other safe and fed and taken care of.
Some line for food.
We like 90 days in COVID, you know what I'm saying? It looked like everything you can think of, a beautician, a barbershop, a barbecue, I mean, fixing bikes, you know what I'm saying, giving out canned goods and necessities, because, you know, in those stores in the community, I mean, all those services, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you literally got people that just went shopping out here for free. And every component of their house, for cleaning, for food, for, you know, all components to sustain themselves tomorrow when they can't get up and go to a store, you know? So we only can continuously give our thanks and outpour to the community for showing this abundance of love. I'm looking at no black on black violence in the black central neighborhood 8+ days without no police. So there's no regular patrols or police riding around doing how they normally doing, and we don't got high spike levels of violence. We don't have high spike levels of home theft or any of that kind of stuff in the community, and it's been good. And I feel good right now. I feel good because the people around me they require you feel good. You know, it's just good. It's just good in the hood. Good in the hood. Hey!
Can you give us a synopsis of what you think a world without police looks like?
Definitely just money going into mental health services. I'm talking like therapists, counselors, you know, family therapists, relationship therapists, like really giving mental health the funding and the attention that it needs. And really when we talk about abolishing the police and like transformative justice, really transforming the conditions that allow for crime to happen and allow for injustices to happen. So when we're building up these super tight support networks of getting people the food that they need, making sure people have money to pay rent, making sure people are right in their minds and having the healing and holistic health that they need, I feel like when we push all of those just kind of general wellness, that sets the groundwork to be able to abolish the police. And when we say that we're going to transform the conditions that we live in to allow us to be our best selves, I feel like that's what's going to be the potential for us to like not need this sort of oppressive militaristic force on us already. All of this is really like, I love the imagining portion because I feel like it's really hard for people to imagine what life is like outside of the police. It's easy for people to imagine like the end of the world, but how do you imagine a utopia for yourself? You know what I'm saying? So just imagine a world where everybody has everything that they need, and it's like, why would you need police if we're all taken care of, if nobody has to steal and shit on other people? You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Because they're not just killing people, they're killing black people. And when I say black people, they're killing minorities. They're killing those who they feel have no voice. Well, nah, they don't have a voice. They have a family now. They've always had a family, and no one's scared to talk now.
All revolutions are organic. They grow. They start in the center and they grow outward. The main point of this revolution is we're not trying to lose the message. The message always gets lost in revolutions. People get back to their day-to-day life like things have changed. This time we have to change. We have to be the change. We can't stop this. We can't stop this love and this spread of love that we are doing right now to the country. The country's in pain. You see it's in the outrage. You see it's on fire. We have to start holding corporate America accountable for how our elections go. And remember this, the police department is a corporation. Any business that has $1 million contracts is a corporation. That's not a company. Don't get it twisted. The police department in Minneapolis just lost multiple $1 million contracts. They are weakened as a corporation. Understand, corporate America is what runs our elections. Stop letting these development companies, stop letting these big corporations, Target, I'm gonna say your name, Target, you're involved in this. Start being accountable for the people that make you rich. You know what I'm saying? All these corporations put money into specific people's pockets to run for politicians. Know that. They have buddies, they golf together, they hang together, and then they give each other PACs and trust funds so that they can run for office. That's why we haven't gotten a lot of us in office, because they won't give us money to run. They'll give their European buddy they golf with, who happens to run a big corporation, a large amount of money so he can be on TV 50 times a day until you remember his name. We don't get that kind of support. We need corporate America to stop supporting just y'all and start supporting the community.
What you doing right now? What's happening?
We're preserving the flowers, protect the flowers.
Yeah, trying to get the flowers on the side.
Hey, Niko, we literally saw this place built, now we're seeing it protected.
We do this shit, we've been doing this shit. The police are the ones that don't protect us.
As a community, you know, coming together, it's all about everyone pitching in and taking part, you know?
It's what community is supposed to be, you know. Everyone taking care of everyone.
then I got some bubbles here for kids that come by, so we can. Started with just one table, and then I went from this table to having that table and that table, and then all those tables over there, this canopy, and that canopy right there. And then just we'll just do live Facebook posts to ask for donations. People have been sending money to the Venmo, or they've been sending supplies, they've been coming themselves and coming to volunteer and help out and organize and pass things out. It's just been a lot of community effort to put this all together. But yeah, it just started with the one table, and then a lot of just asking for help. And people answer that call time and time again.
As bad as Mr. Floyd's death was, the outcome of it, how everybody's coming together, how communities and like people are having conversations, I think that's so important because this country lacks communication skills. And I think if our country could act like how this block is acting, we wouldn't have half the problems we have today. I love it. It's great. It just seems people happy and being able to help out because the Cup Foods is closed, and any way that we can help out like that, that's love, and love is the most powerful thing, and the only way that we can do this together and beat this systemic racism together is by love and communication.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. We know that as Muslims, a lot of us have been here protesting, but we wanted to make sure visually that we were seen and heard, and that we are uplifting the people in our community, and that as a larger community, we are coming together and we're standing for the right thing. We're gonna have poetry, we're gonna have song, and this is us coming together as a community, paying our respect, uniting.
I know firsthand what it feels like to have a loved one killed by the police, get no answers, protest nonstop, and still get no results. So the reason I'm out here today is justice for George means justice for Ishaq and all victims of police brutality. Within the last week, we've been able to accomplish something we haven't since like the whole history of Minnesota. So in the last week, we got the first white officer to ever be arrested in the state of Minnesota.
This is Fatima Ikar. Her husband is Abu Qasim Jalani, who was shot down and murdered by Minneapolis Police Department in 2002. 8 officers shot him 36 times, and they could have detained him because there were many officers on the scene, and he's one person. And they are out here supporting George Floyd and the injustice that is happening to his family. For his family, they feel their pain and they want this to end.
The idea to abolish the Minneapolis police or dismantle the Minneapolis police hit a fever pitch about the second weekend of the uprising, to where you had Congresswoman Ilhan Omar saying it needs to be dismantled. You had a popular momentum in the mainstream calling for the Minneapolis Police Department to be dismantled and for community-led safety initiatives to take its place.
Today we are saying we don't want your damn reforms. We don't want the slow dying of our communities to continue. What we want you to do is to cut the cancer so that it does not continue to spread throughout our bodies. The Minneapolis Police Department is rotten to the root. And so when we dismantle it, we get rid of that cancer and we allow for something beautiful to rise. And that reimagining allows us to figure out what public safety looks like for us.
We're here live in Minneapolis in the northeast side. Bottineau Field, both the signs are now out. Defund police, defend Black lives. You see people in the background dancing. This is where the march is started. And they've wrapped around all of these blocks. So that is how much people are in this march.
It's the climax of like all the intentional and strategic work that we've put into not trying to redo the trauma from the past, you know what I'm saying? Because in moments like this, shit is hectic. A lot of people get hurt in a lot of different ways, and like, how can we have spaces where we protest but bring that joy and still bring passion and fire and still get demands met and make sure that people are safe.
Right here is the Minneapolis Police Union, is the Federation Union. It looks like there's a huge banner that was dropped. The banner says, "Notice, closed for business," with the police car that's smashed up on the front. It looks like Again, this is the Police Federation.
Abolish. When I say stop killing, y'all say black people stop killing. Stop killing. Stop killing. Stop killing. Stop killing. Stop killing.
You know, I want my son to grow up. He doesn't have to worry about these type of things. You know what I mean? So hopefully this changes everything. You know?
Jacob Fry lives in one of these condos up here.
Come out! Come out, Jacob! Come out!
Jacob, where you at? Jacob, where you at?
Yeah, but here he comes.
Are you going to vow right now, this is the only question we have for you, to abolish the Minneapolis Police Department?
I'm the mayor of this city. And I do have to take responsibility here.
We can vote you out.
I've been coming to grips with my own brokenness in this situation, my own failures, my own shortcomings, and I know there needs to be deep-seated structural reform in terms of how the department operates. A systemically racist system needs to be revamped. The police union needs to be put in its place. We need to make sure that everything from the union contract to the way that the arbitration functions to the way that our officers and the culture in the department behave.
Give me that mic, give me that mic. Jacob Fry, we have a yes or no question for you. What'd you say?
What'd you say? Louder, one more time. Louder.
I do not support the full abolition of the police department.
He said, I do not support. He said, I do not support the full abolition of the police department. And somebody threw a bottle at him.
And the fact that the mayor is coming out here and still saying, after all of this, he still is not with the people, I think that says a lot. I think we have to pay attention to that and make sure that until everybody is on board with the community and is willing to stand behind their community, I don't think we should stop, and I don't think we should stop until that change is made. Because this man came out his house and said it right here in front of us. And that means that enough shit hasn't been done for him to get it.
Unicorn Riot, frontlines, man, every time, man. Shout out Unicorn Riot for being the real one. I appreciate y'all coming out here taking care of this, baby. I appreciate y'all.
Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here.
Minneapolis City Council members vowed to dismantle the Minneapolis Police Department. We saw a historic meeting 2 weekends into the uprising where council members came out and voiced that vow and voiced that promise with the community.
We are here today to begin the process of ending the Minneapolis Police Department.
All of us on this stage support this statement, and we stand with the people of Minneapolis and fighting for a safer community.
Get up, y'all! We are transforming our city!
After weeks of protesting, weeks of black and brown organizers bearing their soul, what we just witnessed was the Minneapolis City Council announcing to all of us, to the world, live stream, that they are going to dismantle the Minneapolis Police Department and replace that with transformative, community-led safety. That is a historic moment.
This is the beginning and not the end. And what we're waiting for and what we're going to be pushing for is continual transformation into safety-led solutions and forevermore the indefinite defunding of the police.
Unicorn Riot, you're doing the good shit here. Thank you.
Support Unicorn Riot. We have been doing good work for years, but especially right now, it's critical. You're not getting independent journalism anywhere else like this. Support Unicorn Riot.
I love Unicorn Riot. I hope people watching to this donate money.
You already know Unicorn Riot, frontlines, man, every time, man.
A special shout out to all of Unicorn Riot. Make sure you support Unicorn Riot.
Unicorn Riot has been a part of our own personal sense of safety and wellness by being present on the ground and capturing what's happening around us. Please support Unicorn Riot.
I appreciate Unicorn Riot for all the work you do. Independent media has really been on the front lines, and we need now every city and every community across this country to support independent media that are not beholden by corporations.
The people we need to get it to is Unicorn Riot. They're gonna put it out raw.